Welcome back. The fate of the Truth, Justice and Reconciliation Commission's report in the 11th Parliament now seems to be in the hands of the Attorney General, Professor Githu Muigai, whereas a section of members of the National Assembly and opposition leaders blame both Speaker of the National Assembly and the Leader of Majority for failing to prioritise the TJRC report. The Leader of Majority, Aden Duale, says it's the Attorney General, Muigai, who has failed to act. Duncan Haimba reports.
Excellency, I am submitting to you the report of the Truth, Justice and Reconciliation.
The controversial Truth, Justice and Reconciliation Commission's report, which was handed over to President Uhuru Kenyatta on May 21, 2013, will not be implemented by the 11th Parliament after all. In September 2016, NASA principals Raila Odinga and Kalonzo Musyoka cornered both the executive and Parliament during the burial of former Minister William Timama over the delayed implementation of the report by Parliament.
Hiyo report tulipokea na Kibaki tukiwa sisi tunaondoka kwa serikali. Sasa nyinyi mmekaa kule kwa bunge miaka 4. Bado unasema watu utaweka kwa bunge ijadiliwe.
The TJRC report, which was tabled in Parliament and even received a petition on the same, is yet to be implemented by the 11th Parliament, which now has only 2 weeks remaining before its curtains finally come down. A section of members of Parliament are pointing an accusing finger at the House Business Committee, which is led by House Speaker Justin Muturi and Majority Leader Aden Duale.
The first thing is just prioritize in the order paper of the House so that this report it's at least debated. So the House Business Committee is the one that, schedules business for the House. And who chairs the House Business Committee is the Speaker of the National Assembly. So you can roughly guess where the blame lies.
Actually, the Majority Leader is the one who is responsible in terms of advancing the government agenda. If the government is not committed, is not interested, he'll be lobbying. He'll be lobbying to make sure that you frustrate that agenda does not see the flow of the House. So really, in this case, you've gotten an answer. I don't have to tell you.
Every committee of the House has not less than 13 members of the opposition. What is their business in the House?
The leaders blame the leadership of the House Business Committee, which they say seems to have sabotaged the report to shield the executive.
What we believe is that it was a bit of politicized, that the current regime thought like maybe this thing is going to open a lot of problems on land issues and all those issues. So we feel that the government was scared, of this report. It is debate or maybe it is an implementation.
And proportionately, when it comes to the committees, they're also the majority. So really, it's a tall order. I don't see a situation where we're going to have this report. And unless a report has been tabled in Parliament, has been debated, has been adopted, it's when it can be implemented. But if it's not been adopted, it's just going to be in the history that the report was there, the government, taxpayers paid a lot of money.
Duale, however, maintains Parliament is not to blame, but rather the State Law Office.
What is now remaining is for the executive, led by the Attorney General as the Chief Legal Advisor, to create the committee, the standing committee, that will oversee the implementation of the compensation programs for these Kenyans in one way or the other who are affected as per the report of the TJRC. Best person now to be asked why he's not formulating the committee, and I'm sure he'll do it before even we go on recess, is the Chief Legal Advisor.
The Truth, Justice and Reconciliation Commission was set up to investigate historical injustices, including extrajudicial killings, economic marginalization, and other human rights violations committed in the country since independence. But the report from the Commission has been gathering dust ever since.